Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to I Got My Miracle. This is Paola and my friend Jonathan Curtis. And he's been using this week here in Costa Rica his name, Jonathan. And we were just talking about how sometimes we realize that uh, when we're called by a certain name, it carries a different vibration. Well, at least that's what I shared with him. So I'm gonna call him Jonathan for those who know him and know him by Curtis. We're calling him Jonathan here in Costa Rica. But I'm just so grateful for you to say yes to this interview because there are people at home that might be watching this and thinking, what does it mean to go to Rythmia? What does it mean to be there for a week and put yourself through this experience that is not an experience that maybe everyone is ready to have in their intellect. Your heart is ready, but maybe not your mind. And we were just talking about that. So, Jonathan, again, thank you. And I would like to begin asking you, what brought you to Rhythmia?
Well, Paola, thank you for having me. I appreciate the invitation. What brought me to Rythmia? I've heard about ayahuasca many years ago, 15 years ago, about potential insight and seeing yourself and feeling yourself and getting insight into yourself and your soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've looked into a very long time, and I have been to Costa Rica before, 25, 30 years ago, and I love Costa Rica. So when I knew about Rythmia in Costa Rica, it seemed like it fit together just beautifully.
Amazing. And so you've heard about the plant before, and you've always wanted to um, explore the idea of doing psychedelic experiences.
I would say since I was a very young child, as far as I remember, always had this feeling of the spiritual world.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't raised religious. I never went to church. Family wasn't religious, but I always had the sense that there was something else around me,
Okay.
like an energy, a spirit, that I came from another world before I came to this physical world. And just as I got older through adolescence and adulthood, I felt like I was getting lost. Like there was a disconnect between my spiritual self and my intellectual
Mhm.
brain self.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I've been just looking for. I find my way back to that
Mhm.
for quite a long time now.
And did you get your way back to that?
I feel like I did. Yes, I arrhythmia and ayahuasca was something that I had an idea that that connection, but I had no idea. I had no idea that this is the journey that I would experience. I
Right.
got you.
So you came here with no expectations.
I came up with
Mhm.
a hope of finding myself. I guess you could say that's kind of was my hope.
Mhm. Mhm. And what did you find?
I found who I was. Yes.
Who are you?
Uh,
If you can put words into that, because I know it might be difficult.
I am. Who am I? My true self, or who did I become? That's. I became someone who did everything and anything to avoid feelings.
Uh-huh.
Uh, any kind of positive emotion I had was always accompanied with a negative. So a love came with guilt or shame or regret. Anytime I felt a negative emotion, sadness, loss, I rationalized. My brain would just rationalize. I go back and I would just pinpoint kind of where that began, uh, to the point where like, okay, I could explain it to myself.
Right.
Uh, but over the last 25, 30, 45 years, I rationalized over and over again, and I rationalized my emotions out.
Hmm. And what was the impact that over rationalization was having on you?
Uh, I would do anything to avoid feeling. That would mean anything from not going out. I'd stay in my room as a child. I didn't want to go out and make new friends. I didn't want to put myself out there. I was afraid of being hurt.
Right.
Um, and then as I got older, I started having other vices, things like too much alcohol, maybe smoking too much marijuana, and
Yeah.
just escaping from reality,
Mhm.
from emotions.
Yeah.
So a lot of vices, a lot of alcohol, too much alcohol.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, those are the perfect ways. I think Gabor Mate says it in his teachings that that's like the medicine for those who don't want to escape feeling.
Yes,
It's like the perfect solution. Not that it is good, but it's like the solution so that I don't have to look where it's scary.
exactly.
Right,
I was
right,
scared of the scary.
right, right. Oh, that's amazing. And so walk us through. Okay, you come to Rythmia, and how did the week unfold it for you? Was it like right out of the gate, like were you able to get into the experience, or did you have some sort of resistance?
I was really open to it. I found my first day, first ceremony, I was able to go back and recognize in myself the fact that I was escaping all my feelings. I
Mm-hmm.
was doing everything to not experience feelings, and I recognized that fairly quick. And so I thought, oh, well, that was pretty easy.
Yeah. Show me who I've become. There you
There we go. Heal
go.
my heart. Bring it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't easy after the first day.
Mm.
Recognizing that part was just a very, very small part of it.
Right, because now you recognize, and then you got to feel.
Yeah. And that sucked. Yeah,
Right.
that hurt a little.
Yeah.
No, that hurt a little bit. That hurt a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's years of not feeling, so it probably just all comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course the feelings come, and then I try to utilize my old ways of dealing with it and
Mhm.
suppress. How do I
Right.
suppress? How do I get rid of this again instead of letting it be?
Yeah. Thank God the medicine doesn't let you do that. It's just like, well,
No.
you're very cute thinking you're gonna suppress in the presence of the
Yeah.
medicine, but you can't.
No, I know there was one night where I thought I could suppress, and there was quite a bit of a battle.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that when, so you were a very good student. You came to class every day. You showed up to everything. And I remember you emphasized a couple of times when you shared the power of the breath, how you said something about like how important it was for you to just breathe through it. Can you tell us how that supported you?
Um, One person, what was one of the teachers? They said, there's nothing more important than the breath than the thought. There's no thought more important than the breath that I'm taking right now.
Uh,
And
can we say that again? There's nothing? Say it?
there's nothing more. There's
Nothing.
nothing more important. There's no thought more important than the breath I'm taking right now.
There's no more thought more important than the breath that I'm taking right now. If you want to write that down, write that down. I wrote it down after you guys said it because it was so good. Who said it? Do you remember the teacher? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Keep going. I just love that.
Yeah. And what that, because my brain is always working in overtime, overthinker, like analyzing constantly, constantly, constantly. I was sitting there like, I'm thinking, okay, what's this emotion? What's this feeling in my stomach? What's this feeling in my head, in my chest, in my legs, in my arms? And I always try to nationalize it. And I could have lied there all night and just think and analyze, but by taking that breath, focus on that breath, you're focusing the in and the out, and then your brain has to be quiet a little bit because you're focusing on breath.
Right.
And I did I ran into a little conflict with that because breathing technique is how I also used to suppress feelings.
Uh-huh.
And Mother Ayahuasca didn't agree with that part either. It's
Mhm.
fine to breathe, to not think, but don't breathe to try to suppress the feelings.
Right. Yeah. Breathe to feel.
Breathe to feel.
So that the breath supports you in the feeling.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's one the shaman said a couple of days ago is you have to give it space. Give space in that body for the medicine to work, to allow that sadness or the nausea or the pain in the belly or arms or whatever it is. Give it space to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to try to push it back down.
Yeah.
Because you can try to push it down all you want, but it's still gonna
Come
it's
out.
gonna come back up.
Yes, yes. And what great tools to bring back home now, because you're not going to be drinking ayahuasca every day, but you will be having experiences that turn into medicine, especially those experiences that sometimes could be challenging or frustrating, to utilize the breath to give space to the experience, to the medicine, whether that comes through a situation with a person or something at work or something with your health. So it's a great tool and a great teaching that you can bring it back home and use it every day.
I'm almost excited.
Yeah.
It's weird to say. I'm almost excited for that feeling to come back,
Yeah.
to allow it to have its space instead of
Yeah.
trying to suppress it again. I almost want to experience it so I can let it be and let
Yeah.
it go.
Yes. That's you. Do you know who Michael Singer is?
No.
I highly recommend Michael Singer's teachings, The Untethered Soul. I'll tell you after. But he speaks exactly about that. When we suppress, we keep it in the body. So in the um, Eastern philosophies, they call it samskaras get accumulated in the body, like all these woundings of resistance, place of resistance. But when you just articulate it so well, I'm excited to go back home. When it's coming up, just breathe through it. Let it move, and see it going, because that is the process of surrender, and it's very enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not scared anymore of it.
that's cool, and that's freedom, right?
Yes.
To not be scared of life anymore. Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared. I'm still a little bit scared.
We don't want to die just yet.
Yeah.
Just when it's our time.
That's true.
But right, like to know that no, we can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
We can handle the pain and we can handle the joy. That they're both welcome.
They are welcome.
Yeah, yeah. And so, how did you find the program? How did you find the experience? I know that you do well. We do that in the evening, the ceremonies, but then during the day there are things that you do that support you. So how did you find that everything that we offer here?
That was something I didn't realize that would be. It's more than just an ayahuasca ceremony 4 nights in a row. And I thought, okay, I'll be sleeping. I'll be, maybe I'll sit by the pool all day, or I'll read, or take my own time, my own space, and then ayahuasca in the evening. But no, it's a fully immersed learning.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We do breath work. I thought I knew what breath work was. I had no idea what breath work was until I came here.
There you go.
I thought breathing. Breath work
Uh-huh.
was just focusing on your breath, but it's way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Different classes is about allowing the process, allowing Mother Ayahuasca to do what she wants and what she needs to do and what we need to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Helping classes such as the meditation classes,
Mm-hmm.
The plant medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 1 week intense.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of program in the
Mm-hmm.
program, and it's a lot of learning.
Yeah.
And a lot of support.
Yeah.
And we had a small group here, which was fortunate, but I found I loved all the people that I met here.
Yeah. They turn like to soul family in a way, because
Very
you
much.
go through it together. You go through the fire together.
You do. And heal together
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and eat together.
Right, right. Yeah, I love the structure that this place offers, because it tackles different parts of the human, of our humanity, right? And our spiritual self. But it's like the body, right? You got the cleanse, you got the yoga, you got the movement, you got the breath work, um, the good food, and then you got the mind, so you got to go to class because the mind needs to do something, it needs to learn something, right? It needs to um, get more elegant, as I like to call it. And then you got the spiritual part, the unknown, the unseen, when you take this potent brew and go into places that you've forgotten. And Jonathan was saying this, like, many of the things that you received this week, you already knew it. Like you had them inside of us. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Intellectually, I think I knew things. I knew I suffered with mental health, depression. I knew that my coping mechanisms weren't the best. I knew that I had some kind of connection to the spirit energy,
Mm-hmm.
but I never felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of intellectually I thought it, and I thought that That's all I needed. Right? I
Mm.
analyzed it.
Right. Yeah. But now you know it here.
And now I actually feel it.
Yes.
I feel it in my body,
Yes.
not just in my thoughts.
Amazing. Amazing. And so when you go back home, what's waiting for you there in terms of what do I say? What are you most excited about besides feeling whatever arises, feeling it? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to seeing my son.
Oh
Um, he is 19. He's still my boy.
yeah.
Um, but sharing that love, not necessarily love of teaching, but just being present
Yeah.
and feeling that love, um, sharing my love, my affection towards my family and my friends, being present in my relationships and being truth.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love that. What a blessed young man he is, your son,
Yes.
to have a dad that is courageous to do this type of work. This is true healing. So if someone is watching us and thinking, should I go? Am I ready? What would you say to them?
It's for me. I knew
Mm-hmm.
when I made that decision. I knew. I knew. Uh, it was a feeling, something inside me that my heart opened before I knew my heart opening felt like. It was almost like a calling to come to Costa Rica to rythmia.
You were summoned.
I was summoned. I was called,
Mm.
yes. And as soon as I made that decision, I said, I'm doing this.
Yes.
My actual whole thought process has changed. I did start seeing things in a different way before I even left Canada.
Mm. Isn't that so interesting? It's almost like it begins once you make the decision, the medicine starts working with you even before you taking it.
Yeah. I was on antidepressants. I've been on antidepressants for most of my adult life. And I was scared
Mm.
because you have to come off the antidepressants before. And I was kind of scared about that. I don't want to go back into a depressive state. I'm scared about going that. I stopped taking the antidepressants 6 weeks prior to getting here. And yeah, some negative emotions started to come up and like the sadness and stuff. But I was already starting to process it as in that's okay, that's how I feel. And I was starting to accept that there are feelings before I even left.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, your soul, your spirit was already speaking through you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was like take those medications taken away and now you're starting to feel. That's kind of like the voice I have. Now you're starting to feel.
Oh, that's great. And Jonathan, so if you were to title this week, like put a title, like a book title, what would you title this week like or as?
The week I woke up.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
The week I woke up. That's a great title. You woke up from a deep sleep.
That was it, yes.
That's good. Okay. All right. And there was one more question that I had, and it's leaving my mind. Let's see. It left me, and I'm just gonna know that what we've shared today is enough. But thank you so much for coming to Rythmia. Thank you so much for doing this work. Um, your radiance, your capacity to feel, it's helping the collective. Um, as the teacher of the Answers You this week, I felt you guys so much. It was medicine for me, and I know it's medicine for everyone. So I just love when I see people doing this work. It's very profound. It's very deep.
I could sense that in the people that work here and that aren't necessarily in the ayahuasca ceremonies,
Mm-hmm.
but the energy must be
Oh,
powerful.
ooh! I felt it. Felt you guys every evening. Like it was wild.
Yeah.
Had to be like, okay, I need to sleep. But it is pretty profound. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you everyone who watched this beautiful live stream. And we will see you next week on another I Got My Miracle Facebook Live. Goodbye now.